Government is set to roll out 4 new modules under the Youth Employment Agency. The new modules, according to the Deputy Information Minister, Pius Hajide, is to provide more sustainable jobs for the teeming unemployed youth in the country. The NPP, in the lead up to the 2016 elections, ran a campaign on a theme, Agenda for Change, Jobs, Prosperity and Securing the Peace. Since it assumed its office, it has introduced some programs, including the much-touted Nation Builders Corps, NAPCO, to deal with the unemployment situation in the country, although several of those recruited have complained about delays in the payment of their salaries. Well, today at a news briefing in Accra, the Deputy Information Minister, Pius Hajide, announced new modules under the YEA will be launched next week by the Vice President in a bid to provide sustainable jobs.
The agency has introduced 4 key initiatives to create sustainable employment. These are: 1, the Job Center. It is a platform to link job seekers to employers. 2, Artisan Directory, a center that will train and set up artisans, beauticians, masons, tilers, carpenters, fashion designers, etc., and make them accessible through the use of ICT. That's the Artisan Directory. 3, Agric-based flagship programs. This is a development initiative or initiatives in various regions and districts, taking into cognizance the natural resource endowments and comparative advantages of those regions and districts. These may include maize farms, fish farms, smoke villages, cassava plantation, etc. 4, Work Abroad Program, to enable the export of young professionals into other countries, such as nurses, teachers, etc., etc.
Well, how about shipping of nurses, teachers, etc. to the outside world? Next week, we'll hear a lot more about that. Well, Communications Director at the YEA, Akwesi Efriye, says the Work Abroad module will not be limited to nurses and teachers.
The nurses and teachers are examples of what we are going to do. It's not limited to a particular kind of profession. What we are doing is to collaborate with our embassies across the world. So our diplomats across the world are doing a needs assessment and are furnishing us with requests or the needs of those countries. So, for example, you have Côte d'Ivoire, which has a lot of its people coming into Ghana to study English. And we have a lot of young graduates who have come out of school and are well-versed in English. We are asking, can we not send them into Côte d'Ivoire to teach English and expatriate?
Well, let's go back to the Deputy Information Minister again, Pius Hajide, who says that the export of labor under the Work Abroad module will be done in a manner that will not affect the country's human resource base.
Yes, it is a deliberate YEA policy. It will be launched by His Excellency the Vice President. The YEA is mandated by law to promulgate and formulate these policies. And by extension, yes, it is a policy of the government to do this. I'm also briefed that in doing the selection, our own peculiarities are also taken into cognizance. There are areas that we also need and desire workers, critical masses of workers in this country, and some of them we do not even have inadequate supply at the moment. In those areas, critical attention will be paid to so that the typical brain drain scenario does not come to haunt us in the long term. But I think that this concept from the YEA is innovative and creative. If you particularly compared it to modules in previous administration and regimes, modules such as youth in bicycle repairs and so on and so forth, I think that this is a worthy innovation.
Pius Hajide is Deputy Information Minister. This is The Pulse with me, Gifty Andopia. I'm going to take a very quick break, but when I return, we tell you about, we'll go through another bout of Ghana Football Association. Today, we'll be hosting the second of the 7 presidential aspirants of the GFA. Amanda Clinton is my guest. I want to find out what you want to hear her say. So go on our Facebook platform and drop us a message for her. She joins me in the studio shortly.